Pan-African lifestyle.
Welcome to Pan-African Lifestyle, where we rep the motherland. We post content regularly and invite you to subscribe and share if you're a pal. That's a Pan-African lifestyler.
I first came to the continent, technically, in 2011 when I went to Morocco. And that was amazing. I slept overnight in the Sahara Desert, just enjoyed Marrakesh. It was just amazing. And now I'm here in Kenya.
In Kenya, yay!
Overall, I would say that it is just being on the continent is just amazing. It is amazing. First thing that's amazing is I just love nature, and I've grown to appreciate nature. I mean, I'm born and raised in the city, in LA. In terms of nature, in terms of lush green, in terms of just the way the sun feels. I don't know if it's because I'm of African descent or whatever, but the nature here is just amazing. That's one thing.
I'm melanin poppin'.
The second thing I would say is because I'm into global markets and tech, I really love being on the ground to see the things that are happening on the continent for myself.
Especially Kenya, because Kenya is, coined, Silicon Savannah?
That's right.
So,
absolutely. Yeah. And so, and different countries give you a different perspective on the development in the continent. South Africa is very different from Ethiopia. Kenya is very different from Ghana. And so to see a lot of those differences, it has been really, really eye-opening. But I would say that I was somewhat surprised by how fast things were, and in terms of, and when I say fast, I just mean all these people coming and going, and
vibrant. Africa is vibrant.
It's really, really vibrant. And the interesting thing about that is it matters a lot less if there's a robust transportation system or if if it's super organized, right? Even if there's less organization coming from the Western perspective, there's still a lot of movement. It's still vibrant, and there's an organization to it that we might not really understand or know. And in short, it's amazing, really. But amazing doesn't mean that everything is just
perfect,
rosy and peachy. It means that it has this really, really good mix that I appreciate. And when I say mix, I just mean I just love to see the dynamic, but at the same time, you have those real challenges that it just makes a city nice and lively and vibrant to live in. I would say one challenge is just maybe getting from one part of the town to the other part of town. The traffic is an issue. You really feel like Nairobi was this massive city, but it's just because it takes an hour to get 10 kilometers. Somewhat of a challenge to get the foods and everything that I might personally want, but it's not very difficult to be vegan here. The other thing that I don't know if people talk about enough, but one thing about Kenya that I like is generally speaking, people are engaged in terms of issues.
That's a good one.
In terms of issues,
right.
In terms of whatever's going on in the society. Just really helping me wrap my head around a lot of the things that happen in the country. But not even just in the Uber, but just generally speaking, you're just going around and talking to people. Generally, people are engaged. So I really enjoyed that.
I honestly felt like me living in Canada, I was living in a cocoon, to be honest. To be honest, because if I wasn't sort of asserting myself in terms of trying to gain knowledge and learn about different things happening in the world, I didn't know anything. But I feel like here people just have this general knowledge about what's going on, what's current and what's happening, which is really, I think,
it's refreshing. One of the challenges that we would have is we're so different and the culture is very different. But just because we're not the same in terms of cultural upbringing and the things that we've gone through, it doesn't mean that we're completely different at the same time. So I think one of the first challenges is to actually start to think and understand ourselves as African and building from there. I think another challenge is how will people receive you, right? You go.
Oh, you mean the country that you go to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean this is just facts, right? You could, because just based upon the way that we speak, right? If we can go to Ghana, or you come here to Kenya, or you go to another country, just based on the way you speak. But the main point is on both sides there is a lack of true like intimate connection and building and being in the same space with one another, right? And so I think that's one potential challenge as well. It's like, how will I be received? Kenya's been amazing. Like people, I've been well received. I've been fortunate to travel and go through that process of going to a country. So when you go into a place, at least for me, my goal is to be open and lower my expectations and ask more questions and just be listening. And so I think that helps a lot. But but by and large, I've been really well received here. Yeah. For us in the West, or not even the West, I should say, in the Americas, the countries that are likely for our ancestors to have come from is in West Africa. And so Ghana, Nigeria, I even did the ancestry DNA.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did that.
Where are you from?
Biggest percentage is from Nigeria, actually.
Okay.
And but really close with Benin.
Benin, yeah.
Benin, and then also Cameroon. Yeah. Okay.
And I think something else that I want to point out, and I feel like Kenya hasn't really embraced this as much, is making it easier for African American people, African people in the diaspora, making it easier for them to relocate back to Kenya, because Ghana has a whole initiative about this. Kenya doesn't, at least as far as I know, doesn't have any kind of initiative to really welcome, you know, like African diaspora people back. So I think that is something that, you know, we should think about as a country, as a people. And even like things like maybe people might come and want to start a business, for example. It's not very easy. So because like, I mean, we talked about this and you said for you to even start a business here, you'd have to partner with somebody who is Kenyan, right? Because
that's the best.
That would be the best way, because it'll be more difficult, I guess, and challenging to kind of do it on your own as a foreigner, right? Yeah. So, I mean, those are some of the things, like, you know, because a lot of people might be thinking, hey, maybe I want to go start a business. In terms of like the basic thing, which is Wi-Fi, I think it's very reliable.
Big. That's a big.
Yeah. Because you can't do nothing without it. So and power outages. You know, we don't have a lot, like we hardly ever have power outages. So that's a huge thing. Like, and I can say this is a big improvement from the last time I was here, which is about 6 years ago. And
oh wow, really?
Yeah, like we still, I mean, even the Wi-Fi, I don't remember it being this like fast and like, you know, super efficient. I don't remember it like that. But yeah, so I think we've come a long way in those 6 years. A lot has changed. So yeah,
that's actually good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because generally, like at least from my experience, what I've seen, like technology just has this rapid advancement. Right. So if in 6 years you see the I can only imagine what it would be 5 years from now.
Yeah, it's been a huge difference.
If you cannot come to Africa with a clean heart, to know that, you know, you are coming back to your brothers and sisters, and your primary aim is to come and help us develop the continent, then I think it's better for you to stay home. We want you to come and respect the people. The most important thing that we need is for you to respect our culture, our values, and our norms and traditions. Because if you are to stay in the Gambia, you have no way but to, you know, adapt to those, you know, things that we hold so dear to our heart. Because if you don't do that, you know, it's like you are insulting us. If you want to know the authentic Gambia, I want you to venture out. Go and meet the people. But you cannot sit at your comfort, you know, in your house somewhere, you know, along the beach and think that, you know, that is the entire Gambia. Gambians are entrepreneurs. You know, we have great entrepreneurial skills. There are young people who are doing amazing things in the Gambia. And we are also educated. You coming with the mentality that, yeah, I am from America. I am better than these people. I'm more educated than these people. I'm civilized than these people. That is an insult to us. What is civilization? Because you assume your civilization based on your own culture. And we also assume our civilization based on our Gambian culture, which we appreciate very much. I think we should all find our place and learn about the African history once you are on the continent of Africa. Because that is going to help you, you know, assimilate yourself into the society and help us move forward. It is true that we both need each other. The Africans in the diaspora coming home is a plus if they come with the right mentality. If they come to Africa not having that colonizers mentality that, oh, Africa is just a virgin land, we are coming to take over. We don't want to see history repeat itself. Please come with an open mind. Don't think that we are stupid, we are backward and uncivilized. I think our focus should be how to fight our common enemy, but not to use each other or to fight against each other. You come into Gambia, please come with an open mind. Know that you're coming there to work with your brothers and your sisters. Know that we are smart. That is something that you can offer as a person from the diaspora. But also the people on the ground, they have a vast amount of knowledge. They know what is happening, and together we can move the development forward.
Thanks for tuning in to Pan-African Lifestyle. Share your thoughts in the comment section and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Pan-African Lifestyle to be inspired. For awesome pal merch, check out panafricanlifestyle.com/shop. Keep repping the motherland.
Pan-African lifestyle.